Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Balloon Star Events 5 Steam. In this episode we're going to be doing the same thing as we always do because that's what we always do. And then 592 Monkey Cash, get some 20 more. Let's look at this. Let's see which towers I actually need to do more of. I know I've been playing as the Monkey Sub on like that one episode that I did not record. It was during a live stream actually. Okay, so Balloon Chipper, Monkey Engineer. I guess I could use Tack Shooters a little bit more. Bomb towers I could use a little bit more, I think. Ice towers and glue gunners, definitely. Monkey Buccaneers, Monkey Ace got a little bit on. Oops. Super Monkey, anything? No. Okay, so I'm gonna forget this as soon as I start into the round. I just need to remember to do stuff. Maybe like an ice tower. Depends on what the track is gonna be. So new game. Let's see what's it gonna be. Because again, I don't want to do the same lanes or same tracks as normal. So okay, checkers. Never played this one before, so that should be interesting. Not 100% sure where the balloons are going to be coming from. It does seem pretty self-explanatory, but I might just sort of like let the first wave. Well, no, I shouldn't let the first wave because it's basically just going to be that. So I kind of do want to put an ice tower there, but I don't think an ice tower would be a good starting tower. I actually would like to use monkey subs. Let's see, is their range good enough? Yeah, potentially. And I could put two, so that would be fantastic. Alright, so now you're going to be able to see the first, sort of our first impressions of the sub. If any of you don't know what the sub does. I'm doing it in slow-mo so that it's a little easier to see what they're doing. So obviously just normal poppage in the... Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't realize this right here, so I guess they're going to be going around and then back that way, not coming out of both sides and then exiting on the other side. So obviously right now it's just a basic dart monkey basically, just by the way it's working. And then so some of these balloons might actually make it past, they probably will, and then that'll make it so that this one can actually fire. Okay, so I do need 255, makes the submarine start to pop up to 3 balloons each. So that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I've already used it before, so I'm surprised that that's what, well, I mean, slightly surprised because I don't actually remember. But anyways, so barbed darts. So now when I pop through there, it'll actually be popping through 3, which will actually make it pretty nice. And they're homing darts, like the Seeking Shuriken. So now that it can pop through 3 balloons and not just one, whenever it pops through 1 or 2 and then isn't right in front of another balloon, then it'll start targeting other balloons. Obviously it doesn't have super amazing range or super amazing targeting ability, so it's not going to be completely unstoppable and like just destroy everything type of thing, obviously. But anyways, the next upgrade that I'll get is the added twin gun doubles attack speed attack power thingy, because then it's going to be essentially doubling its popping power. Twin guns obviously is what it's called. So now that it shoots 2, or it doesn't actually shoot 2, it shoots them twice as fast, which is slightly different but not very different. So that, like I said, it's going to be doubling its popping power, and making sure that it's not going to be missing very much. So then let's see, what would I be doing? How would I do that? Because now I'm thinking about lead balloons when they eventually appear and how I'm going to be popping them. I guess I could just use a bomb tower like usual, or potentially a glue gunner if I get to that point. I think I would need to place them out now so that they have enough experience to actually get corrosive glue. But anyway, so advanced intel allows long-range targeting of balloons that are in the radius of your other towers. That means that if a balloon is within the range of a different tower, obviously, then it will actually be able to fire from a large distance. So I'm actually going to do that for this one, so that whenever the balloons are within the range of this top tower, then the bottom one will actually be able to fire on it as well, which I think is pretty awesome. And then I'm going to be adding the twin gun double attack speed in a minute, once I'm able to. So that is one of my favorite things about the submarines, is that they essentially have like unlimited range if there's enough of the other towers to cover the entire track and all that, which, like I said, I think is pretty cool. It's not quite as helpful, I suppose, as just having another one here, or like doubling its attack speed. just because now it has to fire from all the way across the map. However, I think that could potentially be better in some way, somehow, that I'm not quite understanding. But I think it's pretty cool. I really like that concept. So then the third level, I'm actually not going to put advanced intel on this one yet, because even though I could afford it, and it would be helpful if any of the balloons made it all the way back down to the bottom one, then it could help on that side. If they do make it all the way to the bottom, then it's not going to be that not a large amount of balloons, so I'm pretty sure the bottom one can help, or can take care of it on its own. But anyways, this one that I just bought is the Airburst Dart split into 3 on impact for massively increased pop-in power. That is quite impressive, because that means that each dart that it shoots out, I'm not sure if it's on each, like on every impact. So that's actually kind of interesting, because I don't know if how that affects with the barbed wires. I'd actually have to do some testing on that. Like the barbed darts, like I don't know if it's on that first pop and now it splits into 3 that will always do a set amount of popping, or if it's like on the third pop it'll split, or however that will work. I'm not actually sure how that works. So that's actually kind of interesting. But anyways, so then this one I can give that ability to. Oh, actually, right now it's around 18. Let's see. What'll I do? Can I use a balloon chipper? I could use a balloon chipper, although it doesn't have any of the upgrades. I'll use a mortar. I'll use a mortar right here, just because I need something that, of course it's the black balloons as soon as I put up a mortar, but I need something that will, what's it called? I need something that will be able to pop the lead balloons, and camo actually, but I could do something else for camo if I need to, because these are capable of using camo detection. It's just now a question of which one do I want to use camo detection on. Right now, because it's just that one, I'm just going to use the road spikes, because I don't want to spend any extra money on actual camo detection yet, because it's kind of interesting the way that the camo detection works for the monkey subs. I'm actually going to place another one here. Let's see. So then barbed darts, advanced intel. So then this one, the submerge and support. Activating submerge using target option, meaning these first last targeting options, will submerge using target option to permanently reveal camo balloons in its radius. So if I do that right now, then obviously right now it's still just a normal sub that's attacking, but if I submerge it, then that means that anything within that radius, or not necessarily anything within that radius, but anything that sort of gets scanned by that radar, will be able to, or will be uncamouflaged. So, so like I said, it'll be uncamouflaged, so that any camo balloons will become decamouflaged. I've said it like 3 times now, but you get the idea. It's not a perfect everything within that range no longer is camouflaged, but it is pretty helpful once you have enough of them, basically. This probably isn't the best place to use this, because it's only that small portion that is actually within the range. And oh no, okay, good, it actually popped it. So then I should probably get that advanced intel on that one as well, so that they're able to pop those two. No, I didn't lose any lives. Okay, so let's see. The ballistic missile seeks its target over any distance and does extra damage to ceramic and low-rep class balloons. That is pretty awesome. However, right now I want to double check. Okay, that's that one I can't do. Camo balloons because of the way the Ninja Monkey. Yeah, Ninja Monkeys are good, but I'm actually just going to use a spike factory down here as a sort of safety net for any of the camo balloons, because I want to see how this will work on this one. Okay, so it's not working super great, because like I said, it's only when that bar comes around and actually reveals it, so that really isn't as good of an idea on this track. Other tracks where more of the track is within the range of the sonar, yeah, it's sonar, not radar. It's similar, but sonar, I guess, is this one. So it works better when there's more balloons or more of the track within the range, so that it's actually able to scan it better. But it was helpful a little bit. It got a couple balloons there. So let's see what else do I need to can upgrade to the air burst for you, and then I'm also going to use the ballistic missile on this one because I do have quite a bit of money. So now the ballistic missile is going to be firing out every now and then, which I think it did say it pops lead. Yeah, because it does that big explosion. Which means that the mortar, I'm actually going to keep it only for the actual experience that it's getting, not so much because of its usefulness, even though it does have a bit of usefulness. And this one I'm actually going to submerge as well. That way there's more submerged subs to help out with the camo balloons, as well as giving range, because now any balloons within these 3 top sides are going to be within the range of these towers. Even if they're not attacking, it will be within range. So that means that this sub down here is actually able to fire on them. So I'm actually going to use this one down here in order to, because right now it barely has any range, but because of the what's it called? Yeah, excuse me. Because of the advanced intel or whatever it is, it's actually able to fire on the range of the other towers. So that's why it's more useful, I suppose, on these areas where the actual range isn't that good. But then, of course, it's using these 3 ranges so that anything on this top layer is going to be fired upon, like I already said. So then let's actually put another one right here as a support submerged tower, again to help out with any camo balloons. Even though it's not great against camo balloons, having the 4 of them there is definitely helpful. And then I will actually increase this this spike factory a little bit more, just to have an extra safety net against the camo balloons. And as you can see, just these two submarines, and of course the mortar a little bit, are actually doing pretty good on round 41. So I'd say that's pretty impressive. They're basically like really good dartling guns that you don't have to have your mouse for, or use your mouse for. So there are only a few camo balloons actually made it through, so the spike factory was able to take care of them pretty well. So let's see, I'd actually like to place another sub, advanced intel and ballistic missile. So any ceramic balloons should not be a problem, or at least should not be as much of a problem, because of these 3 subs with ballistic missiles. And then these are also pretty good against Moabs because of their because of the ballistic missile that has extra damage to Moabs. I don't know how good it is compared to the Moab Mauler. I don't think it's 10 times damage to Moabs. It's maybe just like double or triple, or maybe even just 1.5 times damage. I'm not actually sure. And I'm actually kind of interested in why it's able to attack the balloons over here, because that's not actually within the range of any towers. I think it's just the homing aspect. Once it starts firing, then it'll just home on to any balloons that are nearby. It doesn't necessarily need to be within the range of a certain tower. So that's actually pretty interesting. I never actually realized that. Because I guess that's the same as the ninja monkeys, and I just, like I said, never realized that. And I'm actually going to get the white hot spikes, which I actually didn't need because there's no camo lead balloons in here. So let's see, how good is that going to be? Yeah, that was actually pretty good against a Moab. So I am quite impressed with these monkey subs. They seem a little bit OP, and I don't even have their rank 4 upgrades. So I mean, ability to see missile strike on the largest balloon on screen, destroys up to a 0 balloon in one go, or many lesser balloons. So that is really powerful. That sounds really good. And then this one activates submerge using target option to detect camo pop balloons and reduce water tower cooldown by 15%. Doesn't stack. So I think what that means is that any towers or any camo balloons within its range will automatically be detected. They just won't. What's it called? What am I saying? They just won't be permanently decamouflaged, but they'll be detected within the range. if I'm understanding that correctly, because I still haven't used it, obviously. And then it says it can also pop balloons. I'm not sure exactly how it pops balloons, if it just starts firing normally, or if it's something special about it. So yeah, I'm excited to use those. That's at, like, what, rank 49 it said? Yeah, and I'm barely at rank 25, so it's definitely going to be a while before I can use those. And there's only one more round. I really don't need to use any other towers. I'm going to throw down some super monkeys like I usually do near the end of the mission or level or whatever. I really don't know if placing multiple of the towers will increase the rate of experience gain. I really hope it does, because that'd be great. But I'm just going to be placing down a couple of them, kind of as a safety net, but mostly as just a way to gain their experience, so that I can actually use their upgrades. Because I'd like to be able to use super monkeys, and yay, epic range, but obviously I need to level them up in order to get their upgrades and whatnot. So balloon circles, and then for whatever reason, whenever that's not actually that bad. Whenever I click that X after finishing a level, it always like cuts off part of the screen for some reason. Usually it cuts off a lot more, but apparently now it just made it like 4x9 for whatever reason. So let's see. I'd actually like to get the sub construction yard, and let's see. So reduces tower and upgrade cost by 5%, but increases the cost of ninja monkeys and their upgrades by 5%. That's interesting. So yeah, that's cool. Then level 2 increases projectile speed of monkey subs by 25%, increases the monkey cost of ninja monkeys more, makes airburst start to split into 4 instead of 3. That's cool. And then submerged sub sonar also shocks regrowth balloons into normal balloons. That's cool. Interesting. So that's going to be very useful, or very helpful. I'm not really sure how useful it would be, but it'd be nice extra support. So that's interesting. I didn't realize it did that, or it would say that. So I'm actually interested in at least what the dart facility is. So yeah, reduces the tower cost, increases attack speed, 1 free dart monkey to start every 10 rounds, and then makes dart monkeys darts explosives. Ah, interesting. And then I just want to check out what the boomerang thrower is, because I think I have an idea. So reduce the target, increase attack speed, boomerang fly once more, circuit if able, and it throws 2 boomerangs at once. Okay, so that makes sense. That's really cool. Okay, so then now I want to see what does the mage do. I'm pretty sure I know what the mage does, so I don't need to worry about that. Ninjas. What about ninjas? Reduces attack speed, make sure it can last much longer. That's cool. And then create ninja shadow. Now I'm just really interested in what these all are. Let's see. Oh wait. Come back to. Oh, I'm pretty sure the pirate cove is just going to be the dreadnought. Let's see. Click it. Reduce the cost. Increase attack speed. All ships detect camo. Crossing the scratch detect nearby. And if there's a big dart attack with flaming cannon. Yeah. I figured. So then, what else would I not know the special ability of? Super monkeys. Let's see what theirs are. So reduces the cost, increases range, super eyes can detect camo, and a dark secret for the temple of the monkey god activated ability. Interesting. Don't know exactly what that is. And might as well look at the custom chippers. Reduces cost, increases range, and loses emerge days and slow briefly. And then banana vacuum balloon chipper collects nearby bananas automatically. That's cool. Alright, so anyways, I'll look at all of those more in depth some other time. So I've got the submarine thing. Do I have enough tokens for anything? I've only got, how many tokens do I have? I think I only have 2. Well, I can't actually see. So let's see. Let's just go to attack speed. Cost 4. I do not have enough tokens. Okay. Anyways, I think I only have like 2 tokens. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.